Hi. Hi. So I've kind of had a couple of days to just kick back and play Skype because I've been ill with this bug and it's really not nice. Tired. Thinking about things. This is my second take of doing this video. First one, I'm not in a good frame of mind at the moment. Just not. See, I found yesterday I kind of paused in the middle of playing Skyrim to write a thing about Myth of Agency, and I'll link it in the video description. And in that, I basically ended up finally working out the maths, and you can read it in the thing that I linked to. And basically, what I worked out is that, like, the absolute best case scenario for my chances of getting a job, purely on grounds of statistics of how many people from my demographic are employed, and I wasn't even factoring in, like, you know, autism, less than 10%. Less than 10%. I would not bet on something that had a less than 10% chance of happening. Heck, I would gladly do something if I was told, hey, there is a less than 10% chance it could go wrong. You know, we chastise everyone for not trying hard enough, for not putting in enough effort when it doesn't make a fucking difference. This is a numbers game. This is a numbers game, and you just gotta get fucking lucky. It's not about customizing your fucking CVs and knowing the fucking company. Because there's tons of people who are doing everything and trying everything. It's just luck. Just luck. And yes, you can have worse odds and better odds, but still, best you can hope for is a fucking... it's less than 10%. And I'm even worse because, yeah, a lot of autistic people, they just never leave home, and if they do, it's in sheltered housing. We think differently. And the thing is that, like, autistic people, by and large, right, if they're far enough along the spectrum, they can get help. They can get disability pay, right? They can get benefits. There are people who will support them. My problem is that I fall between the cracks, right? I'm too disabled to deal with universal credit bullshit. I'm not disabled enough to claim disability. I'm fucked. I am fucked. And it's even reached the point where, you know, my family has kind of realised this, you know. They're like, we will reach out, we will go, we will meet with the National Autistic Society, and we will find a way out of this dark cave. Oh shit, we're fucked. I'm screwed. I am so fucking screwed. This YouTube channel thing is my... It's my lifeline. Right? It's the only hope I have of not being dependent upon my family, because I can't deal with the fucking government's universal credit bullshit, right? It does not work with my mind. Right? You give me a task, I can do it, I'll get it done. The problem with universal credit is they give you a vague task and then they say you must do it for a long period of time. Right? Now look, I'm not the greatest at maths, but we've got calculators, so that doesn't matter. What matters is the method and the process and the fact that you can calculate out. Like, there is a limited amount of range to where you can commute to. And so there is a limited amount of jobs within a commute zone. And once you have applied to those jobs, it's like a fucking video game. There's a countdown timer before there's going to be another job from these people. And even if there isn't that, right, there's a countdown timer in the sense that, maybe they've got your CV and they've decided, you know what, we're just never going to accept CV from you ever again. And it's not going to make a difference. And so then you've got to wait for new businesses to spring up. Right? At a certain point, the jobs are gone. The jobs are just gone. So even if I could get on the treadmill and stay on the treadmill, sooner or later, there wouldn't be jobs. Or there would not be enough jobs. And maybe this is why people do personalize their CVs and do research companies, because they're like, I've got to find 30 hours a week from fucking somewhere. I've applied for all the fucking jobs. I have to do something that is supposed to help me find a job when there are no fucking jobs. I can't deal with that. I can't. And I am lucky. I am so fortunate that I have got this YouTube thing. But it is a double-edged sword, because the reason I have this YouTube thing is that people want to destroy me. Because people think it would be funny. My greatest lifeline is a curse that means that I'm scared for my family and my friends, and I'm wondering what's the next thing they're gonna try. People they just don't like my face, because they think I look like a potato, because I'm autistic, because I've got tits, because whatever the fuck is up with them. And I shouldn't engage, but at the same time, at this point, if I don't engage, if I don't give them a fucking dance, they will try to get my attention some other way. They will use shock tactics. So I've got to do YouTube. I've got to keep plodding away. I've got to keep reacting to Trump. And I swear to fucking Christ, like at this point, I personally am only gonna care when Trump like invades a country or starts outright committing genocide. Because yeah, he's a dickhead. He's a lying, stupid, fascist dickhead. Like, news is just, well, he's doing another lying, stupid, fascist dickheady thing. Like the fucking Conservatives. Cover them, cover what the Conservatives are doing. Well, it's boring. It's boring. It's just fucking boring. Oh, great, they're being cunts again. Oh, what shocking news. I mean, this is why I didn't want to fucking cover the fucking Nazis in Newcastle. Because it's boring. People are dickheads. It's not news. People have been dickheads for the entirety. There have been people. All my life, I have known people who are dickheads. It's not news for me. It's not interesting. Oh, great, you're a dickhead. Oh, look at you, the grand high dickhead. Yeah, fuck off, I don't care. But I'm a pundit. I'm paid to react. The thing is, well, maybe I should spend more time writing. I do try to spend time writing, and it does give me joy, but it's always... For someone who hates attention, my writing is really just the worst when I have so much attention paid to it. Because it's like, do I write some nice dull crime dramas? Do I write some, comedy, some fantasy? Do I write, fairly generic sci-fi? No, I've gone for my own multiverse. I go for stuff that's like just fetishistic and horrible, and that's kind of the point to a certain extent. But yeah, I am my own worst enemy. And I don't want this to I don't want to have to scrap this video. So I'm going to kind of leave this here. But, I basically, I'm at this point now where I just sort of, I feel like I need to have, and I know it's a bit late considering it's March, but I feel like this year really needs to be like the year of understanding how I fit into the world. Right? Because I am increasingly feeling like an alien among humanity. And partly that's just because, you know, I update my social OS by interacting with people, and I've spent the last 2 years basically not interacting with people. You know, I have spoken to the police more than I have spoken in real life to my friends in the last year. That's fucked up. That is not good. And again, the reason I talk to the police so much, because of the fucking YouTube channel, because of the people stalking me. But I can't afford to let it go. I've got to keep going. I've got to get the WordPress thing set up. I've got to be productive, because apart from anything else, my big problem is that I want to work. I want to be a capitalist. I want to be that so much. And I'm never gonna get a job. And even if I did, like, beyond a certain point, I've no fucking clue what I'd do with the fucking money. Because, like, materialism does not hold the joys for me that it once did. I mean, I've already got so many stories and what have you that I'm just not getting around to. So having materialism, having the ability to, you know, go out and buy stuff, like, that doesn't appeal. And it's like, yeah, I don't go out because I don't have the money, but even if I had the money, I'm not sure I would go out. Because, you know, I might get the food, but it's like, well, do I want to eat it here around all these other people, or do I want to go home to my nice controlled environment where I can put on what I want to? And, like, I know I spend so much of my time inside that, like, I literally have to take vitamin D pills so that I get enough of that. But, like, I don't get humanity. I just don't get people. And it's so hard for me to talk with them. But the thing is, it's like, because I can talk with people, and because I have spent a lot of time trying to be able to talk with people, they don't realise the other issues. Right? They don't realise that if I'm stressed, if I'm tired, if I'm in pain, I just can't do it. And, you know, like yesterday, I wrote this essay, right? And by the time it was done, I was so tired. But I had been powering through it because I wanted to see this done, and I was physically in pain because my eyes were like, sleep, you fool! And obviously, like, what I had learned was really fucking depressing and really fucking stressing. And one of my friends, they just made a joke, and it was just the worst time to fucking find that joke, because it's just like, I am not able to deal with this right now. And instead of them being like, okay, you know what, if this isn't a good time, I'm going to de-escalate the situation, they... And the other thing is, I'm not the kind of person who backs away from something. Right? That is a character flaw of mine. I don't stop digging. I will say I should stop now. I should leave now. Right? Because I'm basically saying, like, look, this is a problem for me. I know it's a problem for me. I'm hoping you are saying, oh, you're not saying, okay, then we're doing this. And then I have so many friends who are like that, who are just like, no, I'm going to keep digging and digging and digging and why won't you agree with me? And the thing is, I never fucking agree with people because, like, I don't do that because I could not live the life I live. I could not be alive the way that I am if I gave way to people like that. Like, I will apologize for hurting your feelings. I'm not going to retract what I've said and done. Right? I mean, if I ever do that, then congratulations. You just fucking moved a mountain. But in general, right, I don't fucking do that. And so I get into so much fucking trouble because it's just... Because I just... And the thing is about autism is that, like, every other fucking demographic, with the exception of men, right, you can say, hey, you know, well, we're part of this demographic, and people will stick up for you and speak up for you. The thing about autism is it is very much a fucking spectrum. It is as wide a fucking spectrum as goddamn politics. Right? And so when so you can end up in situations where you fuck things up because you're autistic, and then other autistic people can say, oh, well, I knew that and I'm okay with it. Yeah, you're fucking elsewhere on the fucking spectrum, mate. We literally think differently. That's the problem with being autistic. You literally think different ways. You literally have different ways of ordering and seeing the world and thinking about things and feeling things, and it's... I am an alien among humans, and I've grown up my entire life, like, thinking that all these little cock-ups are just part of normality. And I just need to start adjusting and just trying to fucking figure out my place in the world, and, like, because apart from anything else, I'm trying to be productive. I did not mean to do that! I really need to stop spacebar being the fucking thing that stops thing. But, like, this is why this is an Alex Fence video. Because this is going up. This is about productivity. Like, this whole thing, this whole mess, is me trying to kind of be more productive. Because it's just like, I've reached a point in my life where I don't have an answer. And my entire life, I've been the smartest person in the fucking room, or at least I've goddamn felt like it. Well, now I don't have a clue. Problem is, neither does anybody else. At least nobody whose opinions I feel worth listening to. And so, if I'm gonna figure this shit out, I need to be able to read productivity things, listen to productivity things, and then interpret them for how they work with me. Because, like, I can't stick to a 9 to 5 schedule. I can't stick to that time pattern, which is bloody awkward as fuck, considering that literally my medication depends upon that. I mean, that is another thing that's just that it's just quietly terrifying the fuck out of me, right? Is the fact that, like, pills, fine. Like, I take vitamin pills just because I want to avoid scurvy or whatever. That's fine. Taking pills, okay, I can deal with that. But the fact that it needs to be done at very specific times, the fact that it can run out, the fact that I need this to live. And again, right, it's not helping my paranoia. Really, really not helping my fucking paranoia. Right? It's like, that's one hell of a fucking weak spot right there. You know. Well, how did he die? Well, he ran out of pills. How did he run out of pills? Well, they just never weren't at the fucking thing. How did that happen? Don't know. Somebody came in claiming to be him. Oh, there was a somebody stole all the prescriptions. Ah, well, you don't have them. You're fucked. Like, I just wish there were, like, some special, like, form or license that you could fill out to just be like, I want the ability to just go to the fucking pharmacist and just pick up a pack if I'm feeling like things are running short, right? I don't want to have to fucking order these in. I don't care if it costs money. I don't care if just the fact that the thing I need to live is dependent upon this fucking fragile bureaucracy is terrifying. Utterly terrifying. Because if it breaks down, if the day I go in, the fucking they don't. I'm listening to Hamilton at the moment, and Hamilton, it is an amazing, amazing musical. Like, the music's fucking amazing. I love it. Really bombastic and marvelous. So many great lines, like, immigrants, we get the job done. So many great songs. I'm just reminded of a line that, like, George Washington says to Alexander Hamilton, which is just like, dying is easy, son. Living is harder. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling at the moment. That, like, dying would be so very easy. And I've no desire to die. I want to live. There are things I need to do. There are people I love. But living is just hard. It's just fucking hard. And I suck at communicating. I utterly fucking suck at communicating. And problem I have is that, like, the demographics that I'm a part of, there aren't really support groups for. You know, I've already talked about how essentially being autistic is really, like, that's not, autistic people don't have support groups because really we're not alike enough, you know. Like, yes, we suffer stigma in a similar way, but we think so very, very differently. And although, I mean, it's the fact that the fucking anti-vaxxers use the fear of autism as the reason that we are now having preventable diseases having a resurgence. The fact that herd immunity of the human species is being weakened because people can't stand and are terrified at the thought of their children having a condition I have. Right? That's horrible. And then it's like Kalman syndrome. If you're a guy, Kalman syndrome is just horrible. Just fucking horrible. Because it's so poorly known about. And because it is so embarrassing. And because male culture is still so fucking juvenile. So fucking juvenile. You know, feminism and sort of, you know, the Women's Institute and all these different things that women have, like, they're academic. They've got fucking essays about shit that you like comparing and analysing and critiquing, and men, we're just still about the fucking having a big stick. We're still about the explosions and the tits and the having a big penis, right? We are so fucking juvenile. And it's like, you know, men's rights movements are so frequently, they're just so frequently, like, pathetic. In the sense that, you know, they aren't, you know, there are movements to, like, encourage men to be okay with crying and talking to people, which is vitally important to stop men dying, because men are committing suicide at a horrible rate. But it's like, at the same time, men's rights are being stigmatized because the people who are shouting about men's rights, by and large, are a bunch of pathetic, cowardly morons saying, "Oh my God, this film has women in it! How dare you! How dare you!" As if mankind is gonna be weakened as a whole because a bunch of women in a film about fucking cars and explosions are saying women are not property. The fact that the idea that somehow men as a whole are going to be weakened because a fucking woman has powers in Star Wars. How weak and frail is man that he lashes out with such anger against such tame shit. You know, black men are seeing their kids mown down by the police, who they and then say, "I fucked up, sorry," and they get like a slap on the wrist and sent out again. White kids, they fucking rape someone, and it's like, well, 3 months community service. Boys will be boys will be boys. And the fact that I'm bisexual, right? There is this, the idea of bi-erasure, and yeah, that absolutely does go on. That so often people are straight or they're gay, like bisexuality and pansexuality are just ignored. They're just ignored and dismissed because people don't care about bisexuality. What they care about is their cute couples, and so they say, "Oh no, they're gay because I want my couples to be together." I mean, this is another reason why I find John Locke so fucking disgusting. Is that, like, Sherlock Holmes, the one fucking romantic connection Sherlock Holmes has in fucking canon is with a woman, and they fucking show that in fucking Sherlock the TV series, and then fucking John Watson gets fucking married and has a kid, and then John Locke just say, "Oh look, the gay husbands, murder husbands." And so much of the fucking fan fiction writers of all these white straight men who are being presented as gay couples is just so fucking homophobic. Look, he's gay because he likes ballet. Look, he's gay because he can plan a party. And it's like, yes, this is based on code from a time when homosexuality was fucking illegal. Sherlock is a series written by a gay man with a fucking husband, and you think that if he was gonna fucking write a gay man that he would allude to it through code, synonymous from a time when homosexuality was literally illegal, when... I'm sorry, but a gay person, if they're gonna write a gay person, they're gonna write them as fucking gay. They're gonna have them fucking be gay. They are not gonna fucking allude to it through, "Ooh, well, he knows how to plan a party and he likes clothes." For God's sake, I've had a fucking boyfriend, and I am not any of this fucking bullshit. But then I'm bisexual, aren't I? Sometimes I forget that I'm bisexual, and I'm like, I take offense when bloody straight men are being attacked. Right? And then I'm like, no, hang on, no, John Crichton, the 11th Doctor, Mads Mikkelsen, Hugh Dancy, yeah, I'm really bisexual, but yeah, there really isn't. Male culture is so fucking juvenile. It's ridiculous, and I feel so sorry for the asexuals. Because so much of masculinity is about the fucking penis. Right? It is about who are you fucking? How are you fucking? You better be dominating. It's very Roman in a way that it's like, it's okay if you're gay, but you better be gay in a hard way. You better be the one doing the fucking. I suppose that's how they excuse the whole, wanting women to take it up the arse thing. It's like, it's not gay to penetrate the arse, it's just gay to be penetrated. We are just... For a movement, for a world that is all about social progress. When it comes to men, we are so fucking far behind. We don't even know how to properly think about our own gender, about the representation of our gender. Like there are feminist essays and feminist analyses. We have let the fucking morons dominate what is known as men's rights. Because we need to get some discourse up in this bitch. Oh, sorry, maybe not bitch. We need to get some discourse up in this dog. Sorry. I'm white. I should not. I'm white, and more than that, I am someone who is just ugly as fuck and has no sense of fucking rhythm or rhyme. I know. That is another problem of Hamilton. It has made me want to fucking try to rhyme and rap, and it's like, no. You're too white, dude. You're too white, and you're too ugly, and you're too out of key. Just don't. And don't get me wrong, like, I know white men can rap, right? Like, Eminem, some of his were pretty fucking good. And heck, Iggy Azalea, not so bad. But it's just... Yeah, it's not even the fact that I'm fucking white, it's just that I'm shit. I'm just not good. I'm just... I suppose this is why for so long I said I was a Doctor Who nerd, because it's like, at least that was something. At least that was some community that I could be a part of. And I do have communities and friends, and I do have loads of people that I talk to, and they're awesome and amazing. But it's just that, like, at the moment I am very much aware that the demographics I am a part of, they don't have this sense of community that others do. You know. Like, there aren't bisexual bars. There is no autistic pride day. No Kalman syndrome pride day. There is no, there is no, like, white men who wear dresses day or whatever. not that I wear dresses, although I have considered getting a kilt because, frankly, right, I have large thighs. I have large thighs, and I most definitely do not have a thigh gap. So, like, for me, you know, when I'm walking and I'm doing a lot of walking, I can go through trousers quick. And so having a kilt kind of on one level, it's just like, yes, fuck that issue. And also, I have to confess, as much as I know that like the women's fashion is notoriously shit in the sense that like they don't have proper pockets and they don't have proper fit and it's all marketing bollocks, they do frequently have so much more interesting designs. It's like, welcome to the men's section. You can have grey, you can have brown, you can have black. Ooh, maybe you can go for blue. Meanwhile, with women's, it's like, what kind of floral pad would you like? Oh yes, we've got this kind of flaring and that kind of. I don't even know the terms. It's just like, it's almost like fucking Wizard of Oz in the sense that it's like the men's is all black and white and dull and drab and fuck you. Like, I mean, what I really want is a pair of fucking brown leather brogue shoes. Because it's like, yeah, I want me some fancy shoes. Trouble is, I've got weird feet. Nothing about me is good. I even have weird feet. And so it's like I have yet to find a decent pair of brown leather fucking brogue shoes in my fucking weird ass feet size. Size 10.5, by the way. I mean, I'm not sure if I would trust it if I found a pair of shoes on my doorstep. But, like, it would be so awesome to just find, at last, a pair of size 10.5 brown leather brogues, because it's just like, I want something different. You know, that's why I like 3-piece suits, mismatch the suits, go get suits from charity shops, be different, have variety, because so much of men's stuff is just dull. It's just like literally the most interesting guys' clothes get is like t-shirts with stuff on. Right? Or ties. That's also why I like ties. Because it's like the one part of men's fucking fashion where people actually have some fucking creativity. Whereas women's fashion is all creativity. It is all like, oh yes, try this and try that. And I know that the reason for that is basically a whole load of abrasive bullshit. And that we basically, like, raise women to be these perfect dress horses. And, like, yes, you must grow up and have this specific kind of eating disorder so that you can wear these specific kind of clothes. And you must change up your clothes every day, because if you ever have anything that looks remotely the same, or you ever turn up, the idea that women cannot go to the same place dressed in the same clothes as another woman is just... Can you imagine if men did that? Right? How many photos are there of politicians and they are all wearing the same fucking clothes? Grey suit, 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 grey suit. Ooh, black suit. I mean, a fucking cream-coloured suit is seen as outlandish. Oh my god! He's got red! Someone's got red! They've got red! We are so in the fucking dark ages compared to women! So in the dark ages! I mean, I know that, like, we've got the better fit and we have less bullshit, but, like, can we have some variety? Can we have some colour? Can we have some interest? The reason that men don't like going clothes shopping is there is nothing to fucking look at there. Right? It doesn't matter what store you go to, which section they go to, which day of the year. They are always the same cocking designs. Don't get me wrong, I know that fashion subtly updates, but the suit is timeless. And part of that timelessness is why I like it. But, like, for God's sake, can we have some different fabrics in here? Can we have some different colours, some different patterns? Can we not have it that if you want a suit that is anything other than fucking grey, that it is expensive as shit? And I don't know why I'm saying that shit is expensive, although I suppose you would have to pay someone a lot of money to collect that. Sorry, rant about fashion. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to, you know, go on a fucking I was literally just talking about how, hey, gay people aren't all interested in that stereotypical bullshit, and then as a bisexual guy, I'm like, maybe I should give a shit about fashion. Oh, God. But, like, this is why I don't bother to change clothes. Because there's no point. Because it's just like, oh, another of the same uniform. You know, there is nothing interesting about men's shops for clothes. It's just, there is nothing interesting about it. I want aesthetics, damn it! I want aesthetics! Also, I have to say, I really don't want to do any more fucking rips of these, of like, this stuff. Because, I know I haven't, like, I know I don't give you the gun show, but, I mean, as I said, I don't think the guns are worth it. But I don't think the guns are fucking worth it, because I am at the point now where I genuinely have had to stop wearing suit jackets because my arms are too big. And admittedly, part of that is that I've spent the last 2 years inside, comfort eating, right? So yes, I have the bingo wings, right? But muscle turns to fat. Anyway, I'm going to go. See ya. Thank you for watching the Alex Vents channel. Please remember to leave a like, favourite and comment. Shout out to the trolls desperately clinging to scraps of attention. Subscribe if you like what you saw, and share if you know someone who might be interested in the contents of this video. If you would like to help ensure more videos get made, there are a few options available to you. You can whitelist this channel in your adblock software to ensure what ad revenue you provide has a chance of making its way to me. If you sign up to make a regular monthly donation through my Patreon, then you will get to watch a selection of videos available exclusively to my Patreon supporters over at my Patreon page. One-off donations are payable through PayPal, or if that doesn't suit your sensibilities, you can gift items through Steam or Amazon via my public wish lists. Obviously, I don't expect anything, and the vast majority of my videos will remain free and ad-supported. All that remains is to say Trump should be impeached, the genocidal must be stopped, and universal basic income instituted now.